It's November 8th, 2022. A 30-year-old in cargo shorts and a wrinkled t-shirt is sitting in a penthouse in the Bahamas, playing League of Legends. Just sitting there. And within the next 48 hours, he's going to lose $8 billion.
He is serving a 25-year federal prison sentence in San Pedro, California, for orchestrating one of the largest financial frauds in history and stealing more than $8 billion from FTX customers.
Not his money, by the way. Other people's. Yours, maybe. Look, I'm not going to dress this up. This isn't one of those tired crypto cautionary tales. This is the single biggest financial heist of the 21st century. And the wildest part? The guy who pulled it off wasn't some slick Wall Street type. No sharp suit, no offshore accounts hidden behind a team of lawyers. He was a gamer. And to him, the global economy was just another game to exploit. His name is Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, MIT physics kid, son of two Stanford law professors. On paper, the most legitimate face crypto had ever seen. By 2021, he's worth $26 billion at 30 years old. Just let that sit for a second. He's running Super Bowl ads with Larry David. Tom Brady is in his commercials. Steph Curry, Shaq, Gisele Bündchen. He slaps his name on the Miami Heat arena, sponsors a Mercedes F1 team, the Washington Nationals. He even paid League of Legends, the very game he was addicted to, $96 million just to put his logo on the loading screen. The media couldn't get enough of him. Magazine covers, congressional hearings. Politicians were literally calling him the next Warren Buffett. He was donating to both political parties, hanging out with Bill Clinton, Tony Blair, Katy Perry. The smartest money on the planet, Sequoia, BlackRock, SoftBank, threw $2 billion at him without asking a single hard question. Why? Because Sam had a story, a great one. I'm going to make all this money and give it all away. Effective altruism, he called it. End malaria, prevent the next pandemic, save the world. He drove a Toyota Corolla.
That is Sam's Toyota Corolla in the parking lot of FTX headquarters in the Bahamas.
Slept on a beanbag at the office. Dressed like he just rolled out of a dorm room at 2 a.m. And here's the moment that should have made everyone stop. In 2022, while pitching Sequoia for a $375 million investment on a Zoom call, Sam was playing League of Legends, mid-pitch. And Sequoia? They thought it was charming. They wired him the money anyway. That was the first red flag, and nobody caught it, because nobody wanted to. The illusion was just too good. Because Sam wasn't running a crypto exchange, he was running the longest con in modern financial history, and every single one of us was the mark. Now, before we get to the collapse, real quick, the mainstream media completely missed the biggest financial crime of a generation. They were too busy putting this guy on covers. If you want the real story, the stuff they still won't tell you, hit subscribe. It's free, takes 1 second, and it means the next time someone tries to pull something like this, you'll actually see it coming. Alright, here's how the heist actually worked. Sam didn't just own FTX. He also owned a hedge fund called Alameda Research, and Alameda was a disaster. They were losing money on trades a coin flip would have beaten. It was run by his on and off girlfriend, Carolyn Ellison, 28 years old, and by her own testimony in court, she was terrified to be running it. So here's what Sam did, and this is where it stops being reckless and starts being criminal. Buried deep inside FTX's source code was a backdoor, a single line. It allowed Alameda, and only Alameda, to go into negative balance, up to $65 billion negative. Sam built a cheat code into his own exchange. And this is where the gamer brain kicks in. To Sam, customer money wasn't real. It was just numbers on a screen, resources to farm, like gold in World of Warcraft. So he started doing the one thing every crypto exchange had publicly sworn it would never do. He took customer deposits, your money, people's retirement savings, and funneled them straight into Alameda through that back door. $8 billion to make bets, buy mansions, bail out failing crypto firms, donate to political campaigns, slap his name on a stadium. Then, on November 2nd, 2022, a journalist at CoinDesk got hold of a leaked spreadsheet. It showed that Alameda's so-called assets weren't real. They were FTT, a token Sam had printed himself. Monopoly money with a logo. The internet did the math in about 6 hours. Then, CZ, the CEO of Binance, saw the article and tweeted 4 words that brought the whole thing down. Game over. A $6 billion bank run in 72 hours. Customers rushed to pull their money and found out the vault was empty. November 11th, FTX files for bankruptcy. Sam resigns. A month later, he's in handcuffs, extradited from the Bahamas, charged with 7 counts of fraud and conspiracy. His own girlfriend flipped on him. Caroline testified against him in court and told the jury Sam was the one who told her to take the money. The jury took 4 hours, guilty on all 7 counts. March 28, 2024, 25 years in federal prison. $11 billion in forfeiture. The kid who played video games during investor meetings will be 56 by the time he's eligible to walk free. If he ever does. Here's the thing though. The scariest part of this story isn't the $8 billion. It's not the celebrities or even the fact that the sharpest investors on the planet got played by a guy in cargo shorts. The scariest part is how easy it was. Sam built an empire on vibes, on a haircut, on the carefully crafted image of a nerdy, selfless do-gooder. And the entire system, regulators, journalists, billionaires, world-famous athletes, not one of them thought to look behind the curtain. But here's what Sam never understood. When you treat real money like a video game, when you treat real people's life savings like resources to grind, there's no respawn, there's no reset. There are just real people who lost everything. Retirement funds, college savings, down payments on homes they'll never buy now. Gone, because one guy decided the world was his personal Discord server. So the next time some 30-year-old in a hoodie tells you he's going to change the world, maybe, just maybe,